Before I start the video, I just want to say that I do not regret joining the military. I do not regret joining the United States Army. I'm actually glad that I joined the Army. I honestly have no idea what I would be doing right now if I didn't join. Based on my channel, I feel like I give the military this little fairy tale look, and I influence a lot of young people or people in general into joining. So pretty much this video is dedicated to all the cons and negative things that the military may have to offer that you might not be okay with. And so I want you guys to know this before you sign the paperwork, because once you guys sign the paperwork, it's a long process of getting out. You can't just quit like McDonald's or Walmart, right? So pretty much off the bat, I just want to say the United States isn't at war right now. So right now we're in peacetime, everything's all peaches and cream. I have a stable schedule. Yeah, I see all the funny military TikToks, and some of you guys might be thinking, okay, I'm just gonna join, do my 4 years, get my GI Bill, yada yada yada. But I'm here to say that might not happen. You guys may have a plan, but the Army ultimately is in control of that plan. And what happens in the world and how the United States react to those things, specifically the military, might, affect your life and your livelihood. So take that into consideration before joining and even picking your MOS. If you guys know you guys don't want to be on the front lines, don't join infantry or any combat arms job. I'm not saying that if you guys choose a safe, relatively safe job like a 68 Echo dental tech like me, you're not going to be put in a dangerous position, or even like an 88 Mike. You guys still might even be put in a dangerous position, but for sure you're going to be put in a dangerous position if you choose a combat arms job. That's like out the question. Also, it's definitely going to be more stressful if there's a major conflict going on. So make sure you guys have the conversation with yourselves. Is this something that you want to do or would be interested in doing? The next thing I would tell somebody to consider before joining the military is that the Army is going to take your time. So pretty much I joined at 17 and I signed a 6-year contract. So the Army is going to take 6 years of my life away from me. Now, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I wanted to do that. That's obviously why I signed that contract. But just know, you're not going to be doing things that's going to make sense to you, and the Army's still going to be taking that time away from you. So the Army's going to take your time, and you're not going to get that time back. So make sure you guys know that before you join. The next thing I would tell somebody considering joining the military is that the Army's going to take your youth. Like I said before, I joined at the age of 17 and my contract's 6 years. So pretty much the Army's taking the majority of my youth, where I'd be a freshman in college, partying, enjoying pretty much my golden years, but the Army has it. So consider that before you guys sign any dotted lines. Just make sure you're okay with that. I'm not saying you can't enjoy yourself in the military or the Army, but just know you might be celebrating your 21st birthday in Afghanistan or somewhere overseas because you're in the middle of a major conflict. But if you were in a civilian, you'd be, in college or, So just consider that before joining. I'm not saying you can't enjoy your time in the military, because I definitely do. You definitely have to use your free time to the fullest, kind of. Definitely hang out, go out, make friends, be social. Next thing I'd tell somebody who's considered joining the military is that the military is going to take your health away. So pretty much, essentially, the military is going to take your time, your youth, and your health. And with your health, I'm 20 years old right now, and my back feels like it's 60. So pretty much, you're going to be doing some strenuous stuff in the military, and it's definitely going to beat your body up. You have to stay fit in the military, and the military may require you to do some strenuous stuff while you guys are in the field training, doing training exercises. So make sure you're okay with that, because you guys are definitely going to get injured, and those injuries might have some permanent life-changing effects. Next thing I would tell somebody considering joining the military is that the military has some pretty toxic people in it. Those people are going to be in charge of you, and you're pretty much going to hate your life sometimes. I'm not saying all people are like this, but I'm just saying you guys might experience some toxic people in your military careers that's going to make you want to quit. But do not quit. I'm telling you, think of why you joined the military and think of the end game. Before I end the video though, I'd like to make the comparison to the civilian sector and the military sector. So pretty much all the things that I've said, you're most likely going to experience in the civilian sector too though, right? But the only major difference is that you could just be able to walk off on the job, whereas in the military, you can't really just do that. But I'm not saying in the military you can't do absolutely nothing about it. There's absolute avenues in the military which you could take to help better your situation, as in IG. If you guys have toxic leadership, you guys can report that. So you can't really just walk away from the situation, but you definitely can do something about it. I watched this video of this sergeant talking about the military, and one thing that stood out to me was that the military breaks you down, but it also builds you back up. So say you get injured in the military has an abundance of programs to get you back in the fight. And also, when you guys get out the military, you guys can apply for disability or make a claim where the military will pay you for the rest of your life because the military injured you. It's definitely not perfect, but for those of you who are considering joining the military, I hope this video gave you some things to think about. because the military is definitely a good option out of high school, or just a good option in general. I'm glad I joined, and I have no regrets, honestly. But those are some things you guys might want to consider before joining the military. Peace out.